Yeah. There it is.
There it is. Yep. We up in here.
Yeah. All
We
right, so
live.
we live.
We live.
We live
We
every
live. We
freaking
live
where.
everywhere. We
All around the
on we
world.
on the book. We on the gram, and we on YouTube.
Yeah.
So you can see all our bullshit on 3
Mm-hmm.
platforms.
Exactly.
Hey, boo, what's up? What's up? The Triad Hip Hop Podcast. This is,
Kurt Dog, what's up, y'all?
and I'm Howie, and we're gonna get into it today. Just give it a few seconds. We're gonna invite some more people over here on the Facebook side, but y'all over here on this side, y'all can just tune in and stuff. We're gonna get the music pumping, and y'all just check this out.
All right.
All right.
Let's see.
Oh,
Right.
so how's your week been?
Man, my week has been good, man. I can't complain. Took took tomorrow off for Valentine's Day. No particular reason, it's really not a big day for us, but we just wanted to be able to just chill together. You know what I mean? So
Throw that Lou Rolls on.
Throw the Lou Rolls on. You know what I mean? Go ahead and put it on down.
There you go.
But yeah, it's been a good week. Just getting a new job. Getting comfortable with that. So it's going good. I can't complain. The money's good. Service is free. You know.
Winning. Just winning, man. My man winning everywhere. You got good internet now. We ain't got to beat up the tape. We ain't got to beat up the Time Warner no more. Right. Spectrum, right? Spectrum. We ain't got to beat them up no more. Dang.
So, yeah, man. But, if anything go wrong, it's all on me this time. But, yeah, my week has been good. How about yours?
Man, it's been pretty good so far. Well, had a little bumps in the road a little bit. But ain't nothing I can't handle. So, but at my other job, because I work 2 jobs now and stuff. But they got me a new vacuum cleaner yesterday. But I got to use it today because it's like battery operated. So I'm gonna come up in that mug swing. I'm like, we killing it. I'm be killing it, yo.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm kind of psyched about that today. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, man, it's been pretty cool, man. It's been pretty cool.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. So we got a lot to talk about today, man.
Yeah, we do.
We got some controversial topics for y'all today.
Yep.
And we're going to get into that in just a few minutes.
And it's going to require y'all to think.
Right. Matter of fact, before I even get comfortable, let me grab this. See.
All right.
Start cooperating. Let's see. One of my old joints.
Dang. Now I'm thinking about this, man.
What?
Well, the stuff that we gonna talk about, man.
Yeah.
It's like, it's really kind of, when you listen to this, it's like, man.
Yeah.
Why they messed up like that?
Right. Exactly.
Why did they mess up like that? Let's see here. I'm trying to get.
Oh, we got David Jackson in the room on Facebook.
What's up? And we got my man Trey over here.
All right, what up, Trey?
Instagram.
We appreciate you, my man.
Appreciate you, man.
YouTube, where you at? Come on in the building.
Yeah, we here. We live.
We here.
We up here knocking down doors. Doing the thing.
You know what I mean? Let's see. Will it let me share?
Yeah, I'm trying to
All right, we got Dominic in the building on Facebook.
What's
up, Dominic? We appreciate you, man.
Put it in there.
Right.
They gonna be like, what the hell? What the hell is this dude doing, man? Good job. Just to give people a little announcement, next podcast we're gonna try to get a couple of guests in. Well, we have a particular guest in mind, but we're gonna really try to get some more guests in here because, like we said, this 2019, we're really gonna try to get more people in here so we can actually have Not saying that our dialogue ain't bad, but have a little better dialogue. Also have some other, have some other opinions, other perspectives and stuff. So, y'all just keep that in mind and just keep with us. And we appreciate y'all out here.
Yeah, most definitely. Most definitely. I got more people I can invite when I use this device. What's up with that?
There you go.
Let's go ahead and invite a whole bunch of people.
Yeah, go ahead and get them on up in there. Get them on up in there. Okay, I will keep freezing for whatever reason.
That's the Havoc beat right there. I don't know nothing about that Havoc.
Man, Havoc gets overlooked as a producer sometimes.
I'm telling you,
It
man.
really does. You know what I'm saying? He definitely, he may not, I don't think he's like a premier, but he definitely put his sound on the map. Like he got, you can listen to him, like, dang, that's that Havoc. Like
right.
He got his, like when you listen to certain producers, like, yeah, that's them.
Right.
Yeah, he's got that. I mean, that's one thing that, he kind of get overlooked with.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Of course. Right in the middle.
It's like, look, now, I said I'd get your money tomorrow.
Baby, I got your money.
Don't get this wrong. Don't take this money, get wrong.
I don't know nothing about that. It's the classic right there. It's the classic.
Oh, yo, one time when I think this was when I was still in high school. We went to Marshalls, because some Marshalls had some of that discount, stuff and everything. That had the coolest shirt, and I hate to this day I didn't get it. It had ODB for president. That shit went hard.
Oh, that would have been dope.
Man.
I'd have had to get that.
Yo,
you
man.
got my rent money. Let me get that.
Yo, I wanted it so bad. But, I was in high school, I was broke. I mean, I'm still broke now, but I'm just saying, I'm not high school broke, though. You know what I'm saying? I was high school broke. When you high school broke, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. I've been there before.
Oh, man. But, yeah, shoot.
Yeah, I remember when my senior year from high school, my friends took a trip down to Myrtle Beach, and I couldn't even go. I was so broke, man. I was so mad. He was like, yeah, just, cover your own hotel. We got the gas. And I'm like, I still can't go.
Man, it be like that sometimes. It's like, damn, the trip damn near free.
Right.
I was like, no.
I still can't go. You don't understand. I'm under the dirt right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I owe Earth money.
Dang old Earth money.
So, yeah. We got Raphael in the building. What up, Raphael? We appreciate you, man.
All right, let's see here. Uh-oh. Let's see here. We got other people in here. Let's see. I'll try to get these folks in here, and then I'm gonna do this real quick, and then we'll try to move along, because we'll just try to get, and everybody else, y'all just have to catch us on the next go. We appreciate those who are in here right now with us and everything. Like I said, man, we're just trying to do a little bit more stuff. We're going to try to get some more guests in here. We're going to try to get,
we're working on some big things.
We're working on some stuff, man. We just y'all keep with us. We're working on some things.
Yeah, and we're working on. We're trying to get a logo together. We're trying to get a whole bunch of stuff popping so we can get this jumping, man. Get some promos going on.
Yep.
So and anybody out there who's checking us out right now, whether you're on YouTube, Instagram, or Facebook, spread the word. You know what I mean? Try Hip Hop Podcast. We're just keeping the spirit of hip hop alive. From here in North Carolina all the way over the United States. You know what I mean?
That's what we trying
all
to
over
do.
The world.
That's what we're trying to do.
Yeah.
And everybody else just gonna have to catch it later.
Yeah.
All right. So let's go ahead and talk about this first topic that I got down. Dame apologizing.
Yeah.
You was kind of, before here, you kind of talking your opinion about it.
Yeah, I mean, for one, a lot of people are trying to figure out where did it come from. You know what I mean? What did it stem from? Was it just because basically what he did was he went on, I think he was in an interview and he basically just started apologizing to people like Lyor Cohen, Jay-Z, Cameron, Jim Jones, and a couple other people. And a lot of people are just wondering, where did it come from? Was it like some old stuff from the past, or was it just something recent that made him want to do it because they had a Rock Nation celebration party, and of course he wasn't really invited, so a lot of big people was there. Diddy, of course, Jay, Kevin Hart, Swiss Beats, all these big names, and a lot of people are like, okay, maybe he just felt like I want to be included, so maybe I should apologize. So maybe they'll start including me and stuff. I don't know, man. I mean, it's a hard read, but he said all the right things in his apology. And speaking of his apology, Funkmaster Flex has responded. Have you heard what he said?
I didn't hear what he said. I heard that he kind of accepted the apology.
Yeah, he
but
did.
To me, on that note, I felt like it was more so like him accepting an apology was like Leon accepting an apology. Right. I think he was like a mouthpiece.
Yeah,
that's what I felt about that.
Right. So basically, he put out the apology, and Cameron has responded. Cameron didn't say nothing direct, but he just kind of was like, he posted on, I think, either Instagram or Twitter with the words, I'm not the type of person to be one of those, if you can't beat them, join them. So it was almost like, it felt like he was throwing a little shade toward Dame because he felt like Dame was just trying to be included. So I guess he's just saying that's not me. Now Dame did say he had a conversation with Jim Jones, Cameron's right hand man, but obviously they cool. But Cam, I guess, is more like, do you, but that ain't me. I wouldn't do that if I were you. You know what I mean? So I don't know if Cameron is mad, but I think he was just more so saying, I'm not gonna apologize. You know what I mean? I just don't do that. You know what I mean? So that's all he said. And Funkmaster Flex is basically like, I accept the apology. I think he was a good dude, and I think that's mature, and I think that was great for him to do that, and we should all just rock with him. So that was Funkmaster Flex's response. So yeah, what do you think about the whole thing?
This is what I'll formulate. Listen to a couple other podcasters and stuff today on this, just to kind of formulate an opinion. And a lot of people were thinking. I ain't gonna say a lot of people. Maybe a certain group of people thinking, oh, it was some Illuminati mess. Because if you actually look at the video, there's a bunch of white men standing around him as he's sitting in the chair, and he's actually like talking and whatnot. But the thing of it is, that's his camera crew.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, for Dame Dash TV.
Okay,
so that was his camera crew. And so he's apologizing because it's weird, right? Because here it is, for years you're telling people like Lyor Cohen, culture vulture, blah blah blah, culture vulture. Then you apologize to him?
Right.
So what is that?
Yeah, because he was like, yeah, if I offended you, Lyor, I apologize. If I offended you, Jay, I apologize. If I offended you, such and such, I apologize.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It does seem kind of weird, man, that he just did that out of nowhere. Now, I mean, I understand growth, and you may just feel like I don't want to have beef with people anymore, so let me just let it go. But it didn't seem like that to me. It don't seem like it's just a growth thing.
That's where I'm getting at.
Yeah.
See, this one guy, I think it's Carcino.
Yeah.
I listened to a little bit of his video today. Shout out to Carcino. Hope you check us out on Try to Hip Hop Podcast. But if you don't, that's fine. But I just want to give you credit because I kind of see where he's going with this, and I kind of, in a sense, I kind of felt the same way.
Okay.
Felt this was a tactic.
Yeah.
I felt that, he's trying to. Dame is trying to do this TV set. He's trying to do this TV show. He's trying to do this thing with diabetes because that's he has diabetes.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Well, it's really hard for him to get streams on YouTube because guess what? Lyor Cohen, president of YouTube Music.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
You really can't. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So anything he's doing. Yeah, like we got block it. So what he was saying, what Carcino was saying, was that they were bringing he was bringing his people through the IG, filtering through IG and Instagram, and basically what he was doing there was trying to build that audience up to then go to that platform.
Okay.
Well, on top of that, too, not saying, and this is not, when I say this is not saying that Dame's broke. He's not.
Right.
It's just that he's going to have to acquire more money to pay his people and his staff to do what he does.
Right.
And in order to do that, what he's going to have to do, and this is what I'm feeling, he's going to have to make a partnership with Lyor and Jay-Z at some point.
Yeah.
In order to get that going out, to get that going forward, to move forward. So I think that's what it is, basically. I think that's what the apology is. Because really what he's trying to do is do this one thing and he won't need them again.
Right.
That's all it is.
That's true. I can see that because I as I was telling you before the show started, I just felt like the apology wasn't really genuine. It felt like it was forced. Like he might have been doing a tactic, or somebody just told him, look, if you want this to blow up, you're gonna have to just throw out some apologies so people get off your back or something. It just felt like he wasn't really sincere. The way he was saying all the right stuff. You know what I mean? If I offended you, I apologize. But then he was saying stuff like, just because you don't have the same character as I do. So what? But that sounds more like you upset. Like, you know what I mean? It's almost like you throwing shade at the same time. It's a backwards compliment. So you basically saying, I apologize just because you're not a good person and I am, don't mean I can't apologize. I'm going to be the bigger man and, you can be the bad guy. So, what I'm saying? That's what it kind of felt like to me.
And I was, kind of like what they were saying today too. Like, and of course no one is, Dame ain't all the way good. Lyor ain't all the way bad. Now would I trust Dame over Lyor? Of course.
Of course.
But at the same time, it's like, like I said, he's up there what he's trying to do, what Dame's trying to do is trying to get this established.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And and streaming and like TV and network television and all that stuff, that's gonna be a big thing, But and it's really kind of, and it's really kind of hard with the whole YouTube thing because that was another thing too. I was listening to the Joe Rogan podcast today. Shout out to Joe Rogan.
Okay.
But
shout out to Joe
but
Rogan.
basically, they were talking about other people getting thrown off YouTube, and basically it's like the conversation becomes, well, what is YouTube and Facebook? Are there utilities? Or are there like just, it's just like a little platform just to get on? Like it's because the internet's technically a utility because people,
Right.
people can use it and everything.
Right.
But see, like we say some stupid shit and get kicked off of YouTube, we can't go to another YouTube.
Right.
We can't go if we say some stupid shit and go on. We can't go to another Facebook.
Exactly.
So. And then Facebook and YouTube and all is buying up all this little stuff. Even this Instagram,
Yeah.
Instagram bought up by YouTube. I mean, no, Facebook. Mm-hmm. So all this stuff is, and then like YouTube is bought up by Google.
Yeah.
So you got all these little, conglomerates buying up stuff. So even though you get so high, like in Dame Dash's position, like he getting all this money, he still can't. Sometimes things like this. He's still not able to rise, right. Because you can only do so much.
Right. You still only have so much power, even with money. So, but yeah, I mean that makes sense. You know what I mean? We're gonna see what comes out of it, man. Because, like I said, Funk Flex has already responded. Cam has somewhat responded. So we're gonna see if anybody else got anything to say. I don't know if Jay-Z gonna have something to say. But I'm sure some more people will respond. You know what I mean?
And be honest with you, it'd be a beautiful thing to see them working together.
Yeah,
it really would.
Yeah.
I mean, for the culture, honestly, and honestly, Jay's been doing some good things, man. I mean, you can't say that he ain't. Recently.
Most definitely. So, I'm very happy to see him still doing his thing and keeping himself relevant, man. Because we need more of that out here. He should. I was wondering if he was just going to kind of drop off the scene after, Rockefeller kind of broke up. I was like, what's going to happen with Dame now? You know what I mean? Because Jay-Z, I mean, he was kind of like Biggie the Puff, you know what I mean? So that was like his main cash cow. And he's been managing to keep himself relevant, all this time. So I'm glad to hear that. So most definitely. But, yeah, I mean, there's not much more you can say about that. We're just going to have to wait and see who responds and where it goes from here, because I think you might be right. He might be trying to get himself in good graces so he don't get his channel shut down and all of that, because I hadn't even thought about that. Lyor Cohen is right above him, once again, you know what I mean? So it's like, dang.
Well, I mean, I ain't gonna say right above him. It's just that he's over this one particular tool that he's trying to utilize, and he can't, and it should be like I said, this should be like a utility. It should be utilized for everybody. True. But see, like, people like, things like YouTube, they kind of, they shut down people that have different ideas and everything. Not all. And what I mean is, like, there's some folks that have like different views, and this is supposed to be like a platform where you can, you can put whatever you want to say on there.
Yeah, yeah.
But, like I said, you got, but you got certain people's like, oh, well, this is hate speech, so we're going to just censor you, or we just don't like that guy.
Right.
Like, that's not, that's not right. You know what I'm saying? Those people need to be heard as well. I mean, as much as we might hate it sometimes, but that's their right. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, I agree. You're right about that. But yeah, what's our next topic for the day?
Well, let's talk about this Gucci.
Okay.
And actually, I guess we could talk Prada a little bit too, but particularly Gucci.
Yeah.
Should black people support Gucci?
It's a man. This is a big thing. Now, first, a lot of people have been saying that we should stop supporting Gucci because of some of the recent clothing has come off as racist. They have the what do you call it, balaclava sweater thing.
Yeah.
So it's they show a picture of a white lady wearing one, and it's a black garment that comes all the way up to like your nose, but it's all black and it has big red lips. So it does kind of come off as a blackface, insensitive type of situation. But it's one of those things. Me and my wife had a long conversation about this. So I'm really, it's one of those that can go both ways. So it could be one of two things, in our opinion. I think it could be that either they were trying to be blatantly racist, or they don't understand, and then they're not being considerate when they create these items. You know what I mean? Like they're just throwing stuff out there, like, just throw it out there, not thinking about it first and saying, hey, wait a minute, this might come across, the way this looks. Because they have the same garment in other colors. Like I think there's a white one with big red lips. And so it could be that they made it and maybe they weren't thinking, but in my opinion, somebody along the line would have saw that and said, "Wait a minute, hold up,
Yeah, we can't do
that doesn't look right.
Yeah.
We need to put a stop to that." I mean, because if you think about it, this kind of looks like blackface. Somebody on down the line had to have saw that. So I don't know, man. It's really hard. Now another thing is, just to clarify, Gucci is not the main parent company. There's a parent company called Kering, Kering, that owns Gucci.
Did not know that.
Yeah, and they own a lot of other ones. Briani, um, Prada, I think is under them. Uh, I had it a list of it earlier, but a lot of those fancy brands are under Kering, and so I didn't even know that until recently myself. So if you're gonna boycott, you gotta kind of boycott the whole thing. You know what I mean? Can't really boycott Gucci. That's just one of their labels. You know what I mean? They have a lot of fancy labels out there. So yeah, but that's basically what's going on. What do you think about it?
Well, one thing I will say about it that I like, about this situation, I do see like a lot of young black entrepreneurs, a lot of black designers is actually making their stuff. And my thing of it is, I think we as a community, we need to get behind those brands. You know what I'm saying? Support our own, Master P, he actually got his own clothing line.
Okay.
And you know what I'm saying? Like he's got some pretty decent stuff. I mean, I'm not big on like fancy clothes and stuff, but I do understand the concept of like, hey, this is ownership. Let's start on putting ourselves together. Let's start making a brand.
Right.
And let's just, let's start owning shit.
Yeah.
And that's what we need to do. But the whole thing with the blackface thing, I'm not saying that what you said, I'm not saying that they didn't, that they were blatantly being racist about it. But I'm just sick and tired of that bullshit.
Right.
Because like even now we got the governor of Virginia and all that stuff with the blackface. And it's like everything is coming out about blackface.
Yeah.
Like it's just like they're slandering the whole thing with it.
Yeah.
And it's just, you know what I'm saying? I'm just sick and tired of like it's sitting down white people and having a fucking history lesson.
Right.
All the fucking time talking about, oh, well, this is why this is offensive. And it's like, and they still don't understand.
Yeah, and I mean, it's a lot of people with different opinions on this, because I saw one YouTuber and he was like, well, he didn't think it was racist. He just felt like they were tapping into kind of a spiritual power to sell their brand. And I really wasn't feeling that. He was like,
spiritual power, what?
Exactly. He was like, yeah, because something about he was going on about how the word Sambo, the old racist term Sambo, actually is a word that means monkey, and this is actually a word of power and an image of power, and it's helping them sell. And I don't really think they were purposely trying to be racist. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not really feeling that. You know what I mean? He was one of those. I'm woke. You know what I mean? Trust me. I'm a school you on something, and I'm not really feeling that, dude. I ain't gonna even lie. But here is a picture of what the garment looks like for all y'all who may not have seen it. You know what I mean? So that's the garment. You know what I mean? And you can clearly see where, it has the big red lips and all of that good stuff. But supposedly they got it in other colors, and who knows? I don't know, man. It doesn't.
But that looks bad.
Right.
That looks bad.
It really does. And it's just like, I don't get how somebody didn't think about that. Here's another one from a different clothing brand. Now that one's a little more blatant.
Yeah, this
is not Gucci. The other one was Gucci. This is not Gucci. This is some other company. But you can see it has little pictures of blackface all over this jacket.
Yeah, that's
so. See if y'all can see that, little pictures, and it's kind of crazy, man. So I don't know, man. Stuff like that, it just makes you wonder, what were you thinking when you made this product? I mean, how is this fashionable?
And then on top of that, I was gonna say this too. That's another thing I kind of wanted to address. Not this is Spike Lee, but I'm just sick of him. You know, not him per se. I'm just sick of people coming through and talking about, well, we need more black people to be here, to be in this company, so this shit don't happen. It's like it don't matter.
Right.
Like this shit still like quit doing that shit.
Yeah.
Nah, we need our own.
Yeah.
Period.
We need our own.
We need our own. Period.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? That's not being racist. That's not being, you know, some people might come across like, man, how are you kind of being segregatist or whatever words, you know.
Yeah.
No, it's just we need our own brand. Other races have their own brand. You know what I'm
why
saying?
can't we have our own?
We need our own brand.
I mean, it's just plain and simple, man. It's not to take away from them, but in a way it kind of is, because we giving all our money to everybody else. And, you know, we spend a lot of money on clothes. And for one, I will say this, man. For me, I have never been that big into big name brands. You know what I mean? I really don't care about that. If I see something that I think looks good on me and it says, you know, the label's called Skippity Doo, I don't give a damn. I'm putting that ish on. I'm putting it on and I'm going to say, you know what? I like this because Skippity Doo has a good logo. I like the logo and I like the way it looks on me. I don't care what the brand name is. My wife will tell you, I buy my stuff cheap as hell. You know what I mean? I go to the low budget stores, and if I see something, and sometimes they'll have some name brand stuff that's just been marked down because they got it because it's irregular. So sometimes one of my sleeves might be a little bigger than the other.
Damn, hey, I got to do this. Hey,
you know what I
fold
mean?
that one sleeve
right,
up.
You can fold that bad boy up and you're good.
Hey, you still fresh.
So I don't really care about stuff like that, man. So I really don't think it's in people's best interest to really just delve so deep into high fashion brands and all of that just for the name and just to say, hey, I got this. You know what I mean? I'm the ish. You know
what do you feel about? That's another thing I was going to talk to you about. What do you feel about Floyd Mayweather and Kodak Black's statements? Have you listened to either one of them?
I did, because I was gonna share the Kodak Black thing, but I think our boy Danelle shared it on the Facebook page.
Shout out to Danelle, man.
Yeah.
Let's clap it up for Danelle.
Danelle beat me to the punch. You know what I mean? That's my man. He be beat me to the punch. He be on it, man. So definitely, I salute you, Danelle. We salute you, my man. But yeah, so Floyd Mayweather and Kodak Black have both come out in video saying that they're still gonna support. They don't care. Because they don't feel like it's racist. Floyd Mayweather was basically like, I've always been I'm going to do what I want to do type of person. So he was like, I'm going to do it just because that's what I want to do. Kodak Black was just basically like, I don't think it's racist. I think we just reaching. We as black people are just, you know, and sometimes that is the case. Sometimes we may be a little overly sensitive to certain things, but I have to admit, you don't see a lot of white people wearing the Gucci stuff that we wear.
No.
You know what I mean? You don't see a lot of that.
No.
They might have maybe a small, women might have a small clutch, you know, purse or something like that. But we actually wear the Gucci clothes and stuff like that. We're the ones who really support that. Yeah. And so, I don't know, man. For me, if I was, even if I was buying it, I wouldn't do it anymore. You know what I mean? I just wouldn't, because I think that if y'all let it go because it wasn't racist, but you just let it slip through the cracks and didn't realize, that means you're not considerate when you make your clothes. And then if it wasn't that, it means you were being blatantly racist. So to me, either way, I really don't care. I'm not really a big supporter of that stuff. And if I was one of them, just like Tip said, T.I., he was like, yeah, he had Gucci stuff and he just wasn't going to rock with it no more. I'm kind of with that, you know what I mean?
My thing of it is too, you know, if I could sit both of them, I guess I can call them gentlemen. If I could sit both of them gentlemen down, it's like, okay, Floyd, you like to do what you want to do. Okay, how come you don't get behind some of these people that actually got good clothing? Right. You talking about, oh, no one was behind the money team, but you're a billionaire. I mean, you got money. You got your own. You got your own backing and stuff. You can do what you do.
You can do it.
Get what did some of these young people that's actually made clothing and actually they making doper shit than Gucci. You know what I'm saying? So get behind that. I mean, I'm not, and again, I'm not telling you what to do. First of all, I know you kick my ass. That's one. Let's get this out the way right now. But the thing of it is this. Why don't do that? Just do that. Just get behind people that actually got some good product, and you can wear that. If you still want to rock your Gucci, that's that. Hey, I can't dictate to you what to do, and honestly, as a man, I can respect that. But at the same time, it's like, look, man, you're saying this, but you're saying like I do what I want to do, but it's like, you could be doing this. You could be.
Right. All I'm gonna say is I don't think Floyd Mayweather can kick my ass. Nah, I'm just playing.
You by yourself.
I'm just playing for it. I'm just playing. If you watch it, I'm just playing. Yeah. But yeah, I get it. Floyd Mayweather's the type. He's not really gonna analyze the situation. He's just, if I like what I see, if I like the color, if I like the design, I'm just gonna get it no matter what. I'm not looking at whether it's racist or not. I like it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I mean, hell, we don't know. It could be some of these non-brand names that are racist. We don't know. But when you got brands like Gucci who charging, thousands of dollars just for a pair of pants or a shirt or something small, that you can get for like $20, $30, $40, why go through all of that? You know what I mean? Why make them so rich? You know what I mean? And they're really not doing anything for you as a community. You know what I mean? We spend the most money with people who do the least for us.
That's right.
I'm not doing that, man.
I was gonna say this too, to sit down Kodak Black, man. Basically have to teach him the history of and really, honestly, I'm kind of like my man Ryan Davis, man. Mm-hmm. Like, I can't really respect the opinion of somebody that look like a full picking.
He really
man.
do.
You're like, dude.
That was the first thing I thought about him when I first saw that. I was like, why are you doing that, man?
Yeah. I can't really, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you got to understand that racist history, man. you know what I'm saying? It'd be one thing if, talking about black people reaching, but this is slander. You know what I'm saying? This is.
It was, and who was it? It was one of them. I think it might have been Kodak Black who said he didn't really want to date a black girl. You remember that? It was about maybe 2 years ago. Back.
Someone darker than him. Yeah, it was. I don't think it was him. It was, but he was on Vlad, and Vlad. The Russians like, hey, black is beautiful.
Right.
Yeah,
he was like, I don't want nobody this dark. I'm already messed up and dark and blah, blah, blah.
That's self-hate.
That's self-hate right there.
There are some fine dark skin.
Woo! Listen.
Fine dark skin.
Man, I'm all for the blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice. You know what I mean? Because
I like
black
all
is beautiful.
I like all women from the spectrum, period. But
Yeah.
there's some dark ones. Woo!
Yeah. So black is beautiful. I don't care what you say. So you ain't gonna never hear that out of my mouth. But yeah, man. So it's a lot going on with the Gucci. I don't know if you've seen it, but Nick Cannon posted about it. Me and my wife talked about this too because he put up a post on his Instagram, and he had like 4 pictures in there. Mm-hmm. He had one picture which was like an old picture of Bill Clinton with like an old country, hat on. Yeah. And a lady standing next to him in blackface who was supposedly Hillary Clinton. But the blackface is so black you can't really tell for sure. It could be her, it might not be her. But either way, he put 4 pictures in his post. That one, a picture of Jimmy Kimmel wearing brown makeup playing a black person. It was like Karl Malone or something like that. And then Jimmy Fallon.
Jimmy. Yeah.
Right. Doing the same thing, playing a black character. I think Jimmy Fallon was playing Chris Rock. Yeah, and he had on dark brown makeup. It wasn't like blackface, but it was brown makeup and made him look like Chris Rock. And then it was a picture of Sarah Silverman.
Yeah, I heard hers was fucked up.
Yeah, hers, she had on pitch black, like shoe polish black makeup.
Yeah, I heard hers was fucked up.
She had maybe a scarf on her head or something like that. And supposedly, appreciate it. Mm-hmm. Supposedly, hers was to make fun of the Hillary Clinton picture.
Oh, okay.
Supposedly. Now, I still don't agree with that.
Fucked up, bro.
Because for one, if you think what Hillary did was wrong, if that was her, We're saying if because we don't know, but even if that was her, why would you want to copy it? You know what I mean? That's not really poking fun at her. That's kind of backwards. You know what I mean? So I don't know, man. I couldn't. So basically, Nick Cannon was saying that we need a bunch of apologies for all these pictures, and then he also had a picture of Shawn Wayans and Marlon Wayans from White Chicks with their white people makeup on. Now, to me, the only offensive picture in that group was Sarah Silverman because Jimmy Fallon and Jimmy Kimmel were just doing characters. They weren't trying to be offensive to a race. You know what I mean? Just like in White Chicks, they weren't offending white people. They were just doing characters for the purpose of.
Well, you think about Robert Downey Jr. with Tropic Thunder,
right?
I mean, it took me when I first saw the movie, it took me a good while to realize, oh shit, that's Robbie Downey Jr. Yeah. But the thing of it is, he didn't overly dark like blackface. It was, it was still to this point of like, it looked like me and my man over here. Maybe a little slightly darker, but it wasn't like overly offensive shoe polish black.
Right.
That's offensive because that's us to make us look bad and make us look like we're lazy and
I
shit.
Like the Sarah Silverman one. I think for instance, not only was it pitch black, it had the big lips accentuated, or however you say that. So that's the main thing. You know what I mean? When you think about blackface, that's when it gets offensive because that's how they used to look at us. And a lot of them still look at us that way.
Yep.
That we're just what they call tar babies, and we all have these same big lips, and that we all look alike, and we're basically good for nothing, but making you laugh and being shucking and jiving and all of that. So
reality, they all look alike.
Right. I mean, every race is like that. You know what I mean? Every race got some people who want to look alike. You know what I mean? So. It's stupid, man, that they do that. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to even go into a deep conversation on that. But basically, that's what made blackface so offensive because white people used to put on blackface and just do performances to mock us.
They even said that there was even black people back in those days put on blackface to get acting gigs.
Yeah,
it's horrible, did, man.
Yeah, they did, and they also. They even had whiteface back then where there was sometimes when a black performer could outperform. A lot of times they could outperform the white performers in like a play or a performance. And so they would make the black person put on light makeup so that the audience wouldn't be bothered by the fact that a black person is up there outshining the rest of them. You know what I mean?
That's
so
crazy,
they would make the black people do that. It's really sad, but you know what I mean? Either way, they were demeaning us, saying that you're not good enough in your present state. And we can't accept that.
Yeah, that's what I was again, like I said, and I don't want to belabor the point though. It's just like that's what someone shared on my page, like how's this offensive but not this. They were talking about the Wayans brothers with the white girl and then the blackface. Black guy, white guy doing blackface. It's like, how that is offensive? I said, well, it's simple because really that, the Wayans being white girls, yeah, it might be offensive to rich white women or whatnot, but you know what? Black people ain't oppressed white people.
Right.
And on top of that, like they haven't really been, it wasn't like degrading, white women. You know what I'm saying? At the same, because they wasn't overly white or like they had like some white shoe polish, overly white, or they made her lips thinner and made her nose. Right. You know what I'm saying?
It wasn't in an attempt to degrade people. You know what I mean? Because a lot of black actors have done white makeup. Eddie Murphy has done it. You know what I mean? Lawrence. Dave Chappelle has done it. Yep. Martin Lawrence. The Wayans brothers. But it was just in an attempt to, make light of a situation, not really say, all white people are stupid, so we're gonna dress up like white people and show you how stupid they are. When white people did blackface, it was in an attempt to say this is all that we look at you as. When we look at you, all we see in is black big lips. Yep. You know what I mean? So, just like the whole shut up and dribble comment, what I mean, to LeBron. That's all we look at you as. You're not good enough to speak on a different level or to be intellectual. Colin Kaepernick, go back and play your position. Don't try to step out of your zone. That's not your lane.
Hell, that even happened to Tony Baker, man.
Yeah.
Like he did something which I need to check out. It was something with Sam Cooke on Netflix.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
And basically, like, this dude came out here and said, like, man, you just need to stick to comedy. It's like, damn, you can't be a person. We can't be a person, a duality. Yeah. Like, we can't actually have, like, I can be, talented in comedy, or I can be talented in this area, but I have an opinion about this too. Like, get the fuck out of here. I can't have that.
Exactly. I saw that post too because I commented on it, and I said the same thing. I said this is equivalent to the whole shut up and dribble thing.
Yeah.
Because you basically saying
it's like, shut up and tell jokes, Tony Baker. Shut up and do those animal jokes. Like, what a fool believe.
Yeah.
And funny.
It happens to all of us. It's something similar like that happened to me, but I'm not even gonna speak on that. But it's like, stop trying to make people stay in their lane. You don't get to dictate what my lane is.
Exactly.
My lane can be anywhere and everywhere at once. I can do whatever I want. You know what I mean? So if I wanna, if I want to be serious about something, let me be serious. If I want to be funny, let me be funny. You know what I mean? Don't try to tell me, oh, well, you shouldn't be doing that. That's not what you do.
We everywhere,
on, man.
You never did.
Yeah. So
fair and square.
That's what it is, man. So if y'all checking us out, like and subscribe on YouTube.
Yep.
Follow us on Instagram and like us on Facebook. We appreciate y'all. We love y'all for tuning in, and we just kicking the facts, man. You know what I mean? It's just straight facts, and we just giving our opinion. So don't take it personal. Don't take it as nothing else. We're just giving an opinion. That's all it is. So
yeah.
But yeah, man. No, I don't mess with nobody. I don't like when people try to tell me stay in my lane, man. Don't do that. Don't do that.
So let's talk about the Grammys. Switching gears a little bit. I did not see all of it, so don't really have too much to say other than, like, I think it's time to move on from that shit.
Yeah, I mean it was alright. It wasn't that special. You know what I mean? I thought it was cool. It's still. It's funny now to me because a lot more females are winning at things like that each year, and I still wonder, are they doing it on purpose just because they're trying to join the bandwagon of empowering women because that's just the thing to do?
Yeah.
I really can't tell, man, but it just seems funny that all of a sudden more and more women are winning each year. You know what I mean? Like, we don't want to offend anybody, so let's make sure. Now, I'm not saying that these women don't deserve anything, but give them credit when they need credit. You know what I mean? Don't just jump on the bandwagon. Well, I guess we better let some women win. I don't know if that's what they're doing, but it kind of seems ironic that so many women are winning now that should have been winning before. You know what I mean?
Well, that's the thing. I was, I was kind of talking about with my girlfriend. We was actually, I think we was on Wikipedia or whatnot. We were going through, like, the people who actually won the Grammys and all this stuff, and it's just like the list is really fucked up when you really think about it. Because you got, like, all these young artists winning more awards than some of these legends. And it's like,
that's another thing.
Yeah, it's like,
man.
It really, I mean, no offense to Jay-Z when I say this, and Kanye West, they got the most Grammys in rap, but yet, arguably Tupac and Biggie, who's arguably like the greatest of all time, didn't get any of that shit.
Yeah,
and they're better than they are.
Right.
In my opinion, and the content that they got, and that's nothing. Like I said, it's nothing against them. I'm just saying it's kind of fucked up because, like, it's just, why, why would it shouldn't be like that?
Right.
It really shouldn't be like that. It don't make sense.
Yeah, it really doesn't, man.
And and fucking Nas ain't there.
Exactly. I mean,
for Illmatic alone, he should have at least one.
Yeah. I mean,
for Illmatic alone.
Yeah.
I mean, Nas ain't there. You don't have and another thing too, like Q-Tip what was it, last year? Was it last
I
year?
think it was 2017.
Yeah, they were talking about how like, yeah, we were going to try to get on there, and we were trying to get he was trying to fight to get nomination.
Yeah, just to get nominated.
And I'm like, come on, dude.
But
Like,
you know
give it
what?
up.
It's funny to me. It's like every time somebody deserves a Grammy, but they don't get nominated, they let them perform to make them feel good. Like for instance, Janelle Monáe performed on this year's Grammys, and she had a dope album where it had like the R&B, it had the rap, it had soul, it had everything, and she nailed it. And but basically, she didn't get not one nomination. But they were like, okay, well, we're gonna let her perform. It seems like every year the people should have been up there winning are the ones that's just performing. They're like, okay, we'll let them just perform just so they'll feel good about themselves. I mean, that's great and all, but you can't tell me people like her didn't deserve at least a nomination. You know what I mean? And I didn't see her get nominated once unless I missed it, let alone win.
Well, I think Drake won one.
He did.
And he said, well, he actually probably had like the cool, in my opinion, because what I seen, he had the coolest moment. And like one thing he said was like, look, man, I didn't expect to win, but let me tell y'all, just because if you don't get one of these, don't worry about it. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
if you get one of these, if you got people coming out and spending their hard-earned money with you, you already won. You don't need validation.
Yeah.
And I mean, I basically think that's what it is. It's going. You kind of hold it back to what we were saying, like, hey, we just need to do our own shit.
Yeah.
Especially with the hip hop stuff, man. Like it's,
And that's how you do it. You got to stand up for something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's just horrible. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that Jay-Z gap, because that's really, if you think about it, that's really when hip hop kind of got in there after he kind of boycotted and all that other stuff.
Yeah.
That's when hip hop kind of got in there.
Yeah.
But it's just like but you really look at the history of it, it's like a huge gap.
Yeah.
And it just kind of, it just don't make sense.
Yeah, man, it really don't. And I have to admit, I was very proud of Drake for, taking his stance, because you can tell it was a shot directly at the Grammys. You know what I mean? Basically saying, I don't need your validation. I'm cool with the award, but anybody who hasn't won, just know it doesn't matter. If people out in the streets is rocking your music and you hearing people saying your lyrics word for word, then you already won.
Yeah, you won.
You won already.
Yeah,
so it doesn't even matter if the Grammys or somebody like that tells you didn't win. You know what I mean?
And that's the thing too. It's like they want you to have some type of validation, and then also too they use that for like a what is it, like a meter, like a oh, well, this guy has more Grammys than you, but that don't necessarily mean that they're the best artist.
It really don't.
I mean, that's just your opinion that y'all like this guy, so much.
Mm-hmm.
That's really all that is. Like, oh, we like this guy so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it is what it is, man. It is what it is. So I can't mess with it too much, man. I watch them just to see what's going on, but it's still a lot of politics behind it.
Oh,
and,
cool.
You can just tell sometimes it's just not genuine. So
nah, I mean, and even when really too, even if we did get our own thing, I think it'll still be kind of like politicking a little bit. But at the same time, it's like if it's just, I think it'd be a little bit more, regulated and actually having people, doing their thing. But it's just, I'm just sick and tired of just, we have to be validated by somebody. Like, just fucking do you, man.
Yeah.
That's it.
So, it wasn't much to the Grammys this year, in my opinion. It was cool, but, I just watched it just because, and I didn't even watch it all the first night. Matter of fact, I was at work when it was on. So, and I was actually watching a little bit of it while I was at work, but I didn't get to finish it though. But I watched the rest of it when I got home, and it was just like, oh, all right. They had the Motown tribute, and J-Lo did that. I mean, I'm cool with her, but I think she wasn't the best choice per se. But I think that what she did was good. We still need, representation by people of color, but still there was.
Well, she's Latina.
Yeah.
But I understand what you're saying, too.
Yeah,
a lot of people was kind of upset about
that.
I
mean, she's not as soulful as some other people, I should say. Like, let's say a Fantasia or somebody like that.
Oh, Fantasia knocked that out.
Yeah, so I just think that, Jennifer is a little more pop, and so when it comes to something like a Motown tribute, you want to hear somebody a little more soulful, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but that's the whole thing, man. That's why they're getting like these white women like Adele up here trying to, and not Adele, because Adele's got talent. She can sing, blow the house down, and everything. But my thing of it is, they want to replace the soul. They replace the soul sister. The soul sister that could blow notes and blow shit down like Aretha. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, but they replaced her with Adele. And that's really what they trying to do. Like, they could do like Adele, Sam Smith. I mean, like I said, they're good, but I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like that's their representation of soul music. It's not like. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's not authentic in as far as representing us.
Yeah.
But
yeah, definitely.
But they still good though. I'm not shitting on them.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it was what it was. You know what I mean? So I don't think it's gonna be nobody bragging too much about it. I mean, probably the biggest topics of conversation about the Grammys was how they talk about what people wore. Oh, you got on the dope dress and you got on the fancy this and that. What was funny to me when I saw some of the red carpet, they actually said that one of the critics was saying that J-Lo didn't really look that great. They put her on the basically you missed the mark list. You know what I mean?
Damn.
And her outfit was dope to me. I was like, yo, this is dope. What are you talking about? And,
there was a guy that said that?
It was a female.
Oh.
Yeah, she was
she must be hating.
She was looking back. Remember that old green Versace dress she wore to one of the awards like maybe 10, 15 years ago, and everybody went gaga over it. Ever since then, they've been holding her to that same standard. Every time she goes to awards, they're like, oh, is she ever going to top the green Versace? And Versace. It was like, and it was a dope Versace dress and all that, but it's like, leave it alone, man. I mean, she looked dope. But y'all steady always trying to hold somebody to something in the past.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Man, that group of people just ain't happy with shit. That's what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is. If you have to poke, have to find something to poke at.
Right. It's always something with the past. Yeah. You know what I mean? Kevin Hart, we saw what you did in the past. You need to apologize.
We just gonna poke. We unhappy with our fucking lives.
Right.
So I'm gonna start poking.
Yeah. So
I ain't got time for that shit.
Get over it. But yeah, what else we gotta talk about? Was that it?
I think that's it, man. Just the moral of the story today is get your own shit.
Yep.
That's what we need to start doing.
Shit.
Get your own shit.
Get your own shit.
Get your own shit.
So yeah, I mean, we gotta have more representation, and we have to also do business in a good way, you know what I mean? Don't just get your own shit and fuck it over. You know what I mean? Do good business, you know what I mean? Because a lot of people they have complaints that, when it's a business owned by a person of color, they don't really maintain the business, like they should, you know what I mean? That's not the case all the time, of course. But we have, that's become a stereotype for us. You know what I mean? We not on time and we don't operate right. We're not professional and all that, man. So step your game up, man. Get your business and step your game up, and let's start shining, man. You know what I mean? Because I'm definitely gonna have my own business.
We gonna do it, man.
You know what I mean? So we gonna do the thing, man. But yeah, man. I guess we'll sign it off for today.
Yep.
It's, Triad Hip Hop Podcast. This your man, Kurt Dog.
And I'm Howard.
And we gonna mix it up with y'all again next time. Same back channel. And we gonna be all over this world. You know what I mean? Yeah.